So if you are an intense athlete, yoga is a great way to wind down a workout. And there's two really good benefits of yoga after a pretty intense workout. Number one, it helps rejuvenate the nervous system, so it brings you back into neutral after all of that intensity. And number two, it helps, the stretching part helps reduce lactic acid, so preventing soreness after those really intense, strenuous workouts. So the poses that I'm going to show you are again to help relax and rejuvenate the nervous system, and also just to stretch out the main parts of the body. So the first one we're going to do is a very basic forward fold. And this brings the head over the heart, which helps the nervous system, and it also gives a nice stretch to our hamstrings. So keeping your feet hip distance apart and keeping those feet nice and parallel, you're going to take an inhale, bring the arms over the head, and an exhale, lengthening through the spine, you're going to fold forward. Now here we want to keep the hips directly over the knees, which are directly over the ankles. Engaging the legs, lifting up. You're just going to fold forward as much as you can. If you have tight hamstrings, you can place your hands here to hold you, or you can bend the knees a little bit, but we want to make sure we have a nice long spine. And you're just relaxing here. If you'd like to stretch the arms and the back a little more, you can grab your elbows, hold them here. Another way to do this to get a shoulder stretch also is you can clasp your hands behind your back, straightening them out, and then lifting them over your head. Breathing here, 5 to 10 breaths, and then releasing, bending your knees, rolling to come up. This you can do for 5, 10, even 15 breaths. Nice, long, relaxing stretch. Okay, so now we're going to do a runner's lunge, which is a great way to stretch out the hip flexors and the big quadricep muscles. So again, coming down on the knees. If your knee is sore, you can put a cushion there, some kind of blanket, or if you have a towel. Keeping the knee safe, we want to keep the knee over the ankle and in line with the second toe, so we're not splaying around. And again, we're stretching this hip flexor, so we really want to sink the hips down towards the ground, releasing the tailbone back. You put your hands right here on your knee, and you can use your knee to push off to really move that pelvis forward and down. It's a great stretch. This is really, really easy for you. You can place your hand on the ground, reaching back to grab the right leg, and you can just kind of gently pull your leg in. Again, trying to keep the ankle and knee in line with the knee so you're not moving around. You can just hold this. You'll feel it in your quadricep and your hip flexor. And release. You can hold that for about, again, 5, 10, even 15 breaths. Switching to go to the other side, same thing. Pressing down through the knee to really release the tailbone forward and down. And then again, pulling that back knee up to get that stretch. This will give you actually a deeper stretch in your quadricep too. Holding for a few breaths. Really counting the breaths. And then release.